So, welcome all of you to my YouTube channel, English Lovers by Honeydee. I'm with you to share a new lesson on the topic of present continuous tense. So, let's begin with the presentation that I have prepared for the same. Yes, so I have made the presentation using the different slides as well as the GIFs to show that how the present continuous work. But first of all, let me talk about what is present continuous tense. So present continuous tense is the triplet word which is made from three words: present, continuous, and tense. So tense means the time of action, or the time period in which the action has taken, or the time period is actually denoted by the present word. And continuous means something which is continued in the present time, like right at the moment of speaking. When something is continued, then we say the tense is to be into the present continuous tense. Then comes here's a picture. You can see that the birds are flying in the sky. Okay, so here you can see that the birds are really flying at the moment of my speaking. Okay, so though I have used a picture, but still you can get a glimpse of it, that at the moment of speaking, if something is happening, then the tense is to be called into the present continuous tense. We will talk about the meaning of the present continuous tense at length. Don't worry about the same. Okay, then you can see the one you can see the picture, that there you can see the children are playing right at the moment of the speech of the speaker. I'm saying that the children are playing in the woods. Okay, or here you can see the number of kids doing some sort of dance, as well as some sort of funny moves. So they are playing in the sense, right at the moment of the speech we can get to know that they are doing some action, that is ongoing action. So then, what is the meaning of the present continuous tense? A little bit of the thing we have already discussed, so let's add to that. That present continuous tense is a verb tense. Obviously, verb means action. It's an action tense. Why it is an action tense? Because it tells us about the ongoing action, which is used to show that an ongoing action is happening right now, either at the moment of the speech or now in the large sense. Let me have the pointer on. Let me have that red pointer on. Yes, yeah. So here we see that at the moment of the speech and now in the larger sense. When we say now in the larger sense, it means that we are including the present moment too. It can be in the present moment, or it can be in the present moment of the speech. Okay, right now it can be. So in the larger sense, we can say that right at the moment of speaking, if something is going on, the tense is to be called into the present continuous tense. Okay, so we have to keep three things in the mind. First is present, then is continuous, then is it is tense. So we're talking about a certain tense, okay, that is in the present continuous form. Okay, like suppose we are having three periods: present, past, and the future. So past comes first, past, present, and future. Okay, when the action is going on in the present moment, suppose a work is done in the present moment and it is going on, it's not get over, or it is not even it's not a regular action. Okay, it is a continued action in the present moment. Then we are going to say that the sentence is in the present continuous tense. Now you see the examples are given over there. First example is I'm talking to my students right at the moment. You can see there, I'm talking to my students right at the moment. Yeah, so I is the first person pronoun, and here it is singular also, but we need to see that what are the different helping verbs and the main verb. is getting used in the present continuous tense. In present continuous tense, what we do is we use like is, am, are as our helping verb or auxiliary verb. What we say is for the singular, am for the I only, are for the plural, and you. Okay, and you, second person pronoun. And in case of the plural nouns, we use are, and in case of the singular nouns, we use is. Okay, that you need to know. So here am is applied because I is used as a subject. And then you see talking. Talking is v1 plus ing. Okay, it is v1 plus ing. Then to my students, right at the moment, then rest of the thing, it do not matter that much, because the structure gets completed into these three words. Okay, so we should know that. Then comes the present continuous tense, can also be used to show an action is going to take place in the near future. That's also an important point we all should know, because it is not generally told. Okay, so what are they trying to say here? They are trying to say that if the sentence is carrying I am going to Shimla tomorrow, in the statement is that here you can see that the action is going to happen tomorrow, so that is in the near future. So if the near future is there but the construction is same, I am going is v1 plus ing, so that combination like is, am, are plus v1 plus ing, if it is getting used, or present participle, we can say that v1 plus ing to be called as in the grammatical form, then the tense is to be in the present continuous tense, but it is actually telling us about the near future. Then you see, yes, different uses of the present continuous tense. So what are the different uses which are important to be discussed to the students? um, I think most probably whatever are the uses, I just discussed that those ones, and rest of the uses are coming out of these ones. So let's see that. Okay, first one is use the present continuous with the with present participle, that is for sure form of verb, to express the idea that that something is happening now. We have discussed a lot about it already, and it can also be used to show something is not happening now, that is in the negation, that is in the negative form. If I say I am working at the desktop right now, if I'm saying I am not working at the desktop now, so that can also be right. So it can be for, like, you are learning English now, you all are learning English now, I'm also learning English along with you. Okay, so you are learning English now, it can be, you are not learning English, it can be. That's it. Okay, then comes the longer actions in the progress now. In case the longer actions, the longer things are to be done, like the our aim is to become something and we are doing some action for the same in the present time, in the ongoing form, then you see, like in English, now can mean this second. It can mean, like if we say now in English, it means it can be this second, today, this month, this year, this century, and so on. Okay, sometimes when we use the present continuous to say that we are in the process of doing a longer action, which is in the progress, however we might not be doing it at this exact second, like which means that, like suppose we want to reach to some you know we want to be a military officer, or we want to be a doctor. In case we want to be a doctor, we need to do some study. Okay, so I am studying to become a doctor, we can say that. Let's see one example. Yeah, same example is that I am studying to become a doctor. So what is there? I is a subject, because we know that with I we have to use am, that we are going to discuss later on. No need to worry about the same. Okay, studying is, the form of verb, like v1 plus ing, then rest of the statement. You see, I am studying to become a doctor. With this one you have to be very careful that when, at the end of the word, at the end of the main verb or the action verb, we are having y, as a last alphabet, then we are going to, keep it like this only. Okay, and before that y there is a consonant sound that we are going to discuss. Okay, don't worry. Okay, now we are talking about the near future. We have already talked about that same. Okay, now sometimes a speaker used to use the present continuous to indicate something will or will not happen in the near future. So for example, I am meeting some friends after work. So you haven't met yet, but still you're saying that I am meeting. So that thing is to yet occur, the same way as I said that in the statement that I am going to go to some place tomorrow. So I am meeting some friends after work, or you can say that I am not meeting some friends after work. That depends upon the kind of sentence that we want to speak. If we want to say the sentence to be in the affirmative form, then we are going to use it as it is. And if we want to say some statement in the negative form, then after the helping verb, after am, we have to put not. Okay. Then comes, you see, a repetition or irritation with always. This is very very important. Why it is important? You see, like, in the tone of the person, uh, um, you're gonna get to know that why somebody is using the present continuous. Okay, the present continuous with words such as always or constantly. Constantly means, and that steadily happens something. When something happens steadily or always, okay, expresses the idea that something irritating or shocking often happens. Notice that the meaning is like simple present. Okay, because always is generally getting used in the present indefinite tense, but with the negative emotion. Here it is with the negative emotion. When the meaning is of the present simple, but in the negative emotion we are using the present continuous one. Okay, remember to put the words always and constantly between be and v1 plus ing. That's a rule, that the positioning of adverb, that we are going to discuss someday in some other lesson about the positioning of adverb. Different lessons we are going to prepare. No need to worry about the same. Now we are having the examples. You can see that she is, then we know that it is auxiliary verb, and between the, if we are having auxiliary and the main verb, the adverb comes in between, and the kind of adverb we have to see also. Okay, frequency. Okay, then is always, she is always coming to class late. Then you see somebody is irritated with that she's always coming to class late. Somebody is trying to say like this. He is constantly talking. Somebody is getting irritated. Okay, that somebody is constantly talking and somebody is not happy with that. So he is constantly talking, because he is used as a subject. He is the singular subject. That is why is getting used here. And then constantly is the adverb and talking is the main verb. He's constantly talking. I wish he would shut up. Okay, then I don't like them because they are always complaining. Somebody's complaining about somebody's complaining. Okay, so but from the words always are or something like constantly happening, from there you can get to know that for the repetition and the irritation we can also use the present continuous tense. Now the kinds of sentences to deal with. What are the different kinds of sentences that we're gonna deal with? We are going to deal with the four sorts of sentences that we have dealt with in the present indefinite case. That one is affirmative, second is negative, and third is interrogative, and the last one is negative interrogative. You're going to see that first is affirmative, second is negative, and third is interrogative, and last one is negative interrogative. Affirmative, when we say something in the declaration form, or something is said in the positive form. And the negative is itself a negative statement. When we say no in the statement, we use the negative sentence. Then interrogative and negative interrogative, how they will be written, we're going to share you the picture of the structures, so that you will be you'll be aware of different structures of the affirmative, negative, interrogative, and negative interrogative. Let's go with that. Yeah, so you can see here, we are using subject. Any subject here is mentioned because ismr is used in the oblique form, because whichever subject would be, whether it is singular then is, if it is plural then are, then if it is I then am. So with no noun we are using am. Okay, so with a singular noun we are using is, with plural noun we are using are. In case of pronouns, with singular is and with plural are, and with you also we are using are. Then verbs first form plus ing, that is present participle. Okay, that is present participle in English grammar we call it. Okay, for the affirmative sentence this is the structure that you need to keep in mind: subject, helping verb, main verb, and object. That's it. So four things are there: subject, helping verb, main verb, and object. What are the different helping verbs? Is, am, are. What are the different subjects? Singular, plural. Okay, singular, plural plus is, am, are plus v1 plus ing plus object. That you need to keep in mind. Okay, when we want to say something accurately, we need to have the knowledge of structures proper. Then we are having subject, then ismr plus not plus v1 plus ing. That is the negative structure. When we want to say a negative statement, what we need to do, we need to see where is helping verb, and after the helping verb we are putting the negation sign. Especially in case of the negative statement, we are doing such thing, like after the helping verb we are putting the negation sign. Here you can see, sorry, there ismr is the helping verb, and you can see not is the negation sign or negation word getting used after it. That you need to keep in mind. In the negative only we are putting it after the helping verb, but in the negative interrogative it is placed with the subject, because the places are altered, and those places of subject and the helping verb are getting altered. So not and the rest of the thing would remain the same. In case of negative interrogative, you can see is, am, are, and subject, then comes not after the subject. Why? We have altered the places, rest of the thing remain the same. Then v1 plus ing, then object, then interrogative sign. But in case of interrogative statement, we have to just alter the places, is, am, are, then subject. Why we are altering? Because we are asking question, and if you want to ask a question for yes or no, we need to use a helping verb like is, am, are. But if you want to ask for a reason, place, or something like that, we need to use the wh word before the helping verb. Wh word would be placed before the helping verb in any of the case when we want to ask a question for what, where, why, and how. Simply you have to apply the wh word before, then rest of the thing would remain the same. Then I think everything would be clear. Then comes examples for the affirmative sentence. Now you see, in this statement we are using our dear prime minister. Okay, our prime minister is our singular subject, single person. We used to have the single prime minister. Okay, then obviously we know that with singular subject we need to use singular helping verb, so that is. So main verb is handling. The word ends with le. If the word end with l or e, sorry, if the word ends with e, then we are going to cut that e, then we are going to use ing. Okay, then rest of the statement. Now you see, here we can see our prime minister, he is saying that use this as to wish somebody good morning or something, like to meet somebody instead of shaking hands. Okay, because we know that what we are facing right at the moment. So we are facing a lot. Okay, we are facing a deal of problems. So then we need to see that if he's telling us to follow something, we need to follow that. Next, you see the second example, we are fighting. Are we fighting with each other? No, we are fighting with the coronavirus nowadays. Okay, so nowadays what we are doing is we are fighting with the coronavirus nowadays. So the action is going on at the moment of speaking, I'm telling you. So we is the plural subject, that is why R is getting used, and fighting, fight plus ing, then with coronavirus nowadays. Okay, now you see, uh, you can see one slide here. You can see that flattening of the curve, that healthcare system capacity, it was full and it got decreased, and then there is some sort of suggestion going on here. The person was not careful earlier. Then this girl is as a cartoon is telling us that don't panic but be careful. What we need to do is we need to wash our hands, we need to not to touch our face, we should stay at home. Okay, stay home when sick. Okay, suppose you are sick, stay at home, don't go out and give it to somebody else. It's not like tag game we are playing, so don't share it with somebody. Okay, we say that share the food, but we don't say share the virus. So kindly stay at home. So here is one example, the literal example for the present time going on action, that is we are fighting with the coronavirus nowadays. Now the next is we are having the example. I think I'm using my time to make videos these days. You can see that earlier I was not used to the YouTube, but nowadays I felt that if I'm not in the touch of my students, then definitely they are going to lag behind, or I am going to lag behind too, in a sense that if I'll stop using my knowledge, then I will obviously, if my whatever equipments that I'm using won't be workable, then definitely are of no use. So you should know that. Okay, we all should keep on furnishing whatever arms or ammunition we have. So continue doing such things, then definitely. So that's what I am doing right now. I am using. Okay, I is a subject. Okay, I is a subject, am is a helping verb, using is, so I told you e is to be omitted in case the verb is having e at last. So using my time to make videos these days. So then comes, yeah, it's not my picture, but still I have tried to use you know what is related to the sentence. So there you can see that the person is trying a lot and using a little bit more force to just do the action. Okay, so I'm using my time to make videos these days. Then you can see that next example, you're watching COVID-19 news all day, we all are. Okay, we feel so that if we are going to watch it, then definitely it would be resolved one day or the other day. We are superstitious in that case. If you're continuously onto that news, then definitely uh, we are definitely going to get rid of the COVID-19. It is not going to happen. So it is much better to stay calm, composed, take your time, and just take long breath, and then thereafter try to do meditation, stay at home. The government is working, the persons are there, the doctors are working, they are there to work. If in case we can do something, we can pray for them, we can pray for ourselves, we can pray for our parents, we can pray for our the like different children or the kids around the world, not only in our country. Don't think like that, we can pray for all around the world. But one thing I'll suggest you, stop eating non-veg. Thank you. Then you can see that in this particular slide, in this particular GIF, what I have used is like different news are given. about the novel coronavirus. Okay, so different news are there. Sorry, news is not existing at all. So different news are there about COVID-19. People are always scrolling down their mobile phone, just checking out that different sorts of problems that we are dealing with because of the coronavirus, and they are getting in depression. So if you want to be relieved from the depression, please do not use Google for such thing. Do not use Google Baba for such thing. Okay, use it for right purpose, for your education, for knowing that how can we be saved. Okay, instead of just checking out how many are immune and how many are getting killed. So if they are telling you the news, it's not just they want to create a sort of rumor. They want to tell you that stay at home. Okay, stay at home. Then comes negative sentences examples. Now like we are going to see that like whatever we have done till now is like as affirmative form. In the affirmative form, now we're going to see the negative one. Many people. So when we say many people is plural one. Okay, from word many, it is quite clear, so that is why are is getting used. And we know that in the negative statement, after helping verb we have to use negation sign, and we have used that one. And after the negation sign we have to use v1 plus ing, that we have also used. So it's quite clear that it is the present continuous tense. At the moment of speaking it is going on. Also many people are not following the guidelines these days. Okay, so many people are not following, and what is happening to them you can see in the picture. Let's see. You can see there is a person. He's saying that come out, we will get you, don't worry. Okay, if you are not going to follow us, like follow the guidelines, this will happen. So they are telling you in the friendly manner, just follow them. Okay, then next example is I am not eating fast food due to the lockdown. Maybe that is why people are more interested to go out also. No, I'm not making fun of those people who are actually going out to get some sort of grocery or something. They are entitled to go, but we need to be patient. Okay, whatever is with us, I think we need to manage with that first. Then in case we need some sort of assistance, then we have to go by the right sources, and then using the right sources we need to reach to the right people. Okay, respect to all of them who are actually respecting the guidelines. Then you see this lady is actually eating something which is bringing some sort of water in my mouth too. But still we need to control ourselves. Okay, and even something is written down there. You can see that oh food, how I have missed you. So you are also missing. So again a sentence came out. You are missing the fast food. Okay, you are, you is the subject, are is helping verb, missing, miss plus ing, that's it. Not your miss, but miss as a word. Now let's see the next one. You can see here interrogative sentences. Now we are going to ask the question. I'm asking you the question like, are you staying at home? Are you staying at home? Like are is coming at the first place because helping verb will come at the first place in case of interrogative statement. So are we have placed at the first place as our first word for writing the question. You, and because of this you we have used are here. We need to be aware of this one whenever we are writing interrogative sentence. Either we are doing direct and direct speech, active passive, whatever it is. So whenever we are writing the interrogative statement, we have to see that one there is a relation between subject and the helping verb. Okay, then you see, are you home? Image is quite clearly telling you, are you staying at home? Then, is coronavirus killing me? So we are aware of it that there is a coronavirus and we are worried about it. So the question is asked with the helping verb in the beginning is singular because coronavirus is singular, but it is actually heavier than or in even uh, you know worst enemy of humanity. Okay, Singular virus is handling the whole of the humanity. Now, where are the Tamil heroes who are actually just punching and just throwing the car into the air, and the 10 and 20 people are actually flying in the air? Now, where are they? And actually, I'm not disrespecting them, respect to all of them. So, they are doing acting for all of us. Actually, we all know that. But seeing their acting, we feel so that we can do that same. And sometimes we get into the trap and we get beaten also. Okay, so is coronavirus killing me? So is a helping verb, and coronavirus is the singular subject, and killing is our main verb, and me is me. Okay, is coronavirus killing me? Then the question is asked by the person to himself: is coronavirus killing me? It's like Hamlet, asking, my father. Okay, then is coronavirus killing me? Then you see, uh, so I've used that word Wuhan virus. Okay, I am proud of it. I am using it. Okay, because many of the things are clear that the virus was given the name Wuhan earlier. So I'm using that picture. Okay, so there is no problem in using that. If the picture is created, it is to be used. We have heard that thing. If the name is given, then definitely that exists. So if the picture is there, then that exists. So is coronavirus killing me? So the other smiley is trying to not smile, actually show the fear. So because of the coronavirus, the kind of face you can see here, I want to punch it. Okay, so is coronavirus killing me? Then we have to be aware of it. So question is clear, I think. Negative interrogative. Now you see how to write the negative interrogative. We need to have the negation sign with the subject. Like firstly comes a helping verb, then comes a subject, then comes a negation sign. In case of interrogative also, I missed that one, that I somehow I have told you that WH word would come at the first place, then would come the helping verb, then would come the subject, then would come the main verb, then would come the object. But in case of negative interrogative, we are having the option to discuss are is the subject. In case I'm writing why before, why are you not studying online, it would be the statement. Are you not studying online? We all are. Okay, right at the moment only sources that. So are you, are is a plural helping verb, and then used for the plural subject, you. Okay, with you we are using are, and then negative negation sign after the subject. In case of negative interrogative, I told you that earlier, that after the subject we're gonna put the negation sign. Then studying is v1 plus ing, online. Then you're gonna see the picture. Here you can see that it's not my picture somehow. Any of you can be. Okay, you are learning C A. I'll fill that one. Don't worry about that. Okay, CAT, cat. Okay, then is pollution is pollution decreasing now? Okay, this is also to be seen that the pollution is getting decreased because we are staying at home. The human beings are were actually ill treating the environment. Even when it was told that you have to just lighten up some sort of earthen lamps, or some sort of candles, or even you can use to um, shake the bulbs or something, people started using the crackers. That was pathetic scenario. I was amazed to see that such sort of insane behavior in our country. We don't realize that the what is the need of the hour. The people are getting killed, and we are just trying to show that there is a sort of Diwali we are celebrating. And even on the Diwali, it should be banned. If you really got the guts, go there and fight for the country at the front. Then use the cracker. You will get to know that how to use the bombs. Okay. Now You can see that picture. The hair, I'm not using the like the Indian scenario. I'm showing the scenario of some others Saudi Arabia. Yeah, like here you can see that till March 27th, significant decrease in nitrogen dioxide emissions between 26 November 2019 to 27th March 2020. So is pollution decreasing? Is pollution is a singular one, that is why is, then decreasing v1 plus ing, then now. So I think it is clear that even the pollution got in decrease in India. Our holy river Ganges, we can see that the crystal clear water can be seen, and the nature used to clear itself. Okay, and then you can see that even some sort of aquatic animals started coming out at the marine drive or some sort of sea area. They are living happily now. Animals, birds, and everybody are at happiness. They are enjoying because they are the lover of nature. They enjoy the nature. Okay, and we try to thrash it. We try to cut the trees, cut, do different things. I think we should not do, and we should not kill animals because we don't have any sort of weapon. There is no part in our body which is actually made for killing anybody, but they have. Okay, carnivorous animals used to have some sort of you know thing in their body, or the part of their body used to contain some sort of part which can kill somebody, but we don't have. We made the weapons, then we killed them. Okay, so whatever is made for them, let them do your duty. Save the nature and enjoy the nature, because God made this country, God made this earth for you, and you are trying to distort its shape. That's why we are facing on. Anyway, some important things are there to be discussed. First is, some verbs are not used in the present continuous tense. What are those different verbs which cannot be used? We cannot say that I am liking tennis. Okay, they are used in the present indefinite most of the time. Okay, you see, even the example is given, are you knowing Maria? We cannot say that. Do you know Maria? That we can say. Okay, do you know Maria, we can say, but we cannot say are you knowing Maria. It looks awkward. E. Okay, then comes these are the different verbs. Okay, like, know, love, hate, understand, believe, mean, remembered, want, prefer. There would be many, but these are few of the examples that you need to keep in mind. Okay, then comes what are the different spelling rules. You see, with most verbs what we are doing, we are using ing. Okay, with action verbs we are talking about how action verbs are to be written. Okay, usually when we are writing play, we are writing ing with it. Okay, and with work we are using ing with it, and with go, with most of the verbs. But if the verb ends in the consonant and having e at last, we delete the e. Okay, and then the rest of the thing comes out as a main verb. Come, coming, it turns into live, living. E gets deleted. Delete, delete, delete. Method is you know uh, dialogue. Now you see exception. If b is there, okay, and it ends with e, obviously, then it would be being. If the verb ends with ie, like die, then it would be written like dying. ying, it would be turned into ying. Lie, lying. Okay, then comes if the verb ends with one vowel and one consonant, we double the consonant. You see here, one vowel, e and t. If the consonant at last is carrying the vowel before, then the last one would be doubled. Okay, run, running, shop, shopping, double P, sitting. Even it happens in case of adjectives also, like the way we form the adjective. Then exceptions are there when the verb ends in one vowel, ywx plus ywx. Then what we add ing. Okay, you see, play, playing, snow, snowing, mix, mixing. Okay, I before, o before, a before. Then if the last words are ywx, then ing. Remember that. When you see, when the last syllable verb is not stressed, we are adding ing with that. Okay, then visiting. But there is one exceptional case, traveling. With that one we are doubling the consonant. I think, yeah, that's it about the present continuous tense. If there would be any sort of query regarding that, you can comment there and send me a hello to, and give a thumbs up to my video, and just subscribe my channel. You can see on the screen, and just hit the bell icon. Okay, hit the bell icon so that you're going to get the new updates. Thank you very much, and God bless you all for joining me for this video. God bless you all. Stay safe, stay at home.